Hello everyone, this is Ashley from Ashley's Creations, and I have a card share for you today, and it's several cards. I want to show you what my friend Michele and I did on Stamp-a-faire, and Stamp-a-faire was July 21st, so I'm a little bit late in filming this, but I've been kind of busy. I've been watching my niece a lot. My sister is moving, and so she's been having me watch my niece more than normal, and so I haven't really had a lot of time to craft or do videos, but I've done a ton of haul videos for you today. And I wanted to go ahead and show you some things that we had done on Stamp-a-faire. Now there's a lot here to show you, so everything you see here is something that we did. Well, not everything. Most of the stuff that you see here is stuff that we did during Stamp-a-faire. Now the videos are still on Nichole's blog for Stamp-a-faire. If you go to Capture the Moment, search Capture the Moment, and you'll find Nichole's blog, and you go back a couple entries, you'll find all the Stamp-a-faire stuff. Now there were like 23 videos and 30 tutorials. So there was a lot of stuff to do. And there's a lot of nice things that they put out there for you. So even if you didn't have the materials that they used, you can use what you have. And so Michele came over and we made 18 cards and another project. So I'm going to show you what we did. And I really hope that you'll go and you'll look and see all the awesome things that they have and maybe even give them a try, because even though it's over, you can still do it. And I plan on going back still and even finishing the stuff that I still haven't done. So anyway, let's get started. Now this was the morning make and take. This is the very first thing that Nichole had on her blog in the morning. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. Okay, so this was the make and take using their Stamp-a-faire exclusive set, Natural Beauties, and then here's a sheet of vellum, and then we just scored it and put the score tape behind it, and I never thought about that, you know, that masks the score tape, so you can use your vellum. That's really cool. So Michele and I made 2 every card, so I have 2 of those. And then the first technique that they had was the ribbon technique. So there were about 5 different videos, I think, maybe 6, and they were all awesome, but being the fact that there were 6 of them, we obviously couldn't do them all. So we did what we could, and we decided first to try Melissa Phillips' new, her technique was with using ribbon to make leaves. So she showed us how to do these leaves using ribbon, and so that's the card we made, and it's very similar to the one that she made, but we used some different colors and a different flower set because I didn't have the one she used. And then she showed us how to make these leaves out of ribbon. So we thought those were really cool, and that was the very first thing we tried. So we each made this one, and we each made this one. So that's the first ribbon technique one that we did. And we also tried another ribbon technique. Now this one is copied exactly pretty much from Dawn McVeigh. She did a video that showed how to tie perfect knots and perfect bows. And so you were supposed to have a card ready that you would add your bow onto, but we absolutely adored Dawn's card, and so we said, hey, let's make her card and just put the bow on her card. So we didn't really change much, except she used a different matte stack. I think she used number 1 maybe, but I don't have that one. I only had number 3 when we were doing it, so we used matte stack number 3 instead, and we used, I think, a different stamp set. We used or we put belated birthday wishes because I always forget to send out birthday cards. So now I have a couple for people that I missed birthdays for. And she used melon berry and raspberry fizz, and we just, we learned how to tie a bow with her technique. Now she does it where she crosses them, but I like the tails to go down, so I did that. And on this one I used some bling mesh, and on this one I used stickles. So I gave it a little something extra. So that was Dawn McVeigh's ribbon tutorial. The next tutorial we tried was Erin Lincoln's ribbon tutorial, and she used twill. And you saw this if you watched my Papertrey Ink haul. My second June one, I got some more twill ribbon to try some more things out. But this is my favorite card that I made the entire day, I think. I absolutely love the way it turned out. So this is twill ribbon behind it. We die cut the butterflies and then put the adhesive on the back and put the twill on, and so you can see it through. So I think that's absolutely adorable. I think that's so cool. And you can use different colors and different shapes, and there's a lot of different things you can do, and they'll come out different each time. So it was, I think around lunchtime after we finished all that. So we ate lunch, and we came back, and we skipped the mini book tutorials because we didn't have time to do them, but I am going to go back and try some of them. I'm actually going to be working on a mini book for my sister I just filmed a haul video with all the stuff that I bought for the video that the book that I'm going to make for her. So you can go back and watch that. It's my Scrappy Chic haul. But we skipped it because we didn't have time, and so we went on to the limited supply challenge. And this was the card that Nichole had put on her blog. This is one that she made for the limited supply challenge. Now she made a tall card, and we just decided to make a normal A2 size card, so we changed it up a little bit, but mostly we did the same thing that she did. And this is also using the Natural Beauty stamp set, and you could only use the Aqua Mist Hawaiian Shores, Simply Chartreuse, and white cardstock. Those are the only cardstock colors you could use, and you could only use Hawaiian Shores Bitty Dot, Simply Chartreuse buttons, and then you could use glitter, twine, or any other dyes that you wanted to add to it, but you had to use the Natural Beauty stamp set as well. But you couldn't add any other embellishments, or any other cardstock colors, but you could use any ink colors you wanted. But anyway, this is the one that she did, so we copied hers because we loved hers. And there were a ton of others that we wanted to copy as well, but we just didn't have time. So I used big buttons on this one and some smaller buttons on that one. But we also decided to go ahead and we would do the limited supply challenge each. So we would each make 2 of the same card and then give each other one of the cards. So I'll show you Michelle's first. This was hers. I think it's really pretty. I love how she did this layer right here on top of the card size. And it's her style. This is definitely the style that she does her cards in, so it reminds me completely of her, and I think it's beautiful. So that's hers, and then this is mine. Now this one is not completed because I ran out of the Bitty Dot ribbon, so I ordered some, and I have it, so now I just have to go ahead and tie the knot on there to make it complete. But there's mine, so I stamped the Natural Beauties in the background, and I used the oval die, and then I put the saying right there. So that was mine, and we each switched, so we each have one of each other's. That was a limited supply challenge. Now the next thing was awesome. It was the tie-dye technique, and Nichole showed us how to do where you use your ink pads, and then she also showed how you could use Copic markers, and then she showed the shaving cream technique. And Michele and I were in love, so we had to do it. So I chose to do the colors that Michele did. She had Hawaiian Shores and New Leaf. And what you do is you put the inkers in you spread the shaving cream out, and you put the inkers in the shaving cream all around, just drop little dots. And then you swirl it, and you make like little lines coming off of it. And then you just stick your paper right in it, then you pull it out and wipe off the shaving cream, and the ink sticks. And it was the most awesome thing ever. I can't wait to try it again with some different colors. But anyway, so I tried those colors, and this is what I came out with. It's very similar to the card that Nichole did, but I changed it up some. She used a butterfly, and I used the Sweet Life, and then I used a different saying. So this is what I came up with. And I still have some more of the shaving cream papers left that I haven't used yet. So I'm gonna have to make some cards with that. I think I have another one that looks like this, so maybe I'll make this card with you guys on camera, without the shaving cream part, but with the rest of it. And then Michele didn't like hers, but I'm just going to give you a quick peek. She does not like it, but I like it. Andy likes it. Her friend Kim likes it, so she's just being too critical of herself. She used Rich Raspberry and Pumpkin Pie, I think, from Stampin' Up, because I had those colors, and she wanted to make a Halloween card. So this was a close to my heart set that she had used. And I think it turned out really cool. So that was hers. And then the next thing that we did, or I don't know if it was the next thing, but it was somewhere in the day, we did the card set challenge. And there were a lot of really cute cards in there, and Dawn McVeigh did a really cute one with glassine bags that I really want to go back and try. But when Papertrey Ink sent the glassine bags, they sent 2 of the same size, but Dawn used 2 different sizes for hers. So Michele and I were going to try and order the 2 glassine bags that she used and make them later. And I also don't have a sewing machine, and she used a sewing machine. But that was really cool. So we're going to go back and try that one. And then that thank you card set that I also filmed was another one that Betsy Valdman had done. And then we saw this one from Jessica Whitty, I think it was, and we decided to try this. Now, this is a nugget tin from Papertrey Ink, and then we used the half and half die too. So we turned the nugget tin into a card set holder. So I'm going to go ahead and slip my bow off and just show you. So we used the half and half die, and we folded them in half. And then we stamped the half and half patterns, and we used all the patterns since, you know, it didn't have to be the whole size. So we've got all the patterns. Here's the little spirals. And then we stamped sayings from the half and half stamp set. So this one says, "True friends are rare, precious treasures to keep rare and precious treasures to keep forever." And there's just all different kinds of sayings. And then we took some twine and added a bow to them. So, and the last thing I did was I added these little 3x3 envelopes from Stampin' Up! To be the little envelopes for this. So we thought this was really sweet, and this would be a really cute gift to just give to somebody. And if I were going to give it away, I'd probably put a couple more cards in here. Right now there's only 5. So anyway, that was the card set that we did, and like I said, there's a lot of other cute ones in there that we didn't get to try, so I'll have to go back and try them later. And if you watch my thank you card notes, my thank you card box set or card set or whatever, that was one of the tutorials that I had seen from Stamp-a-faire. And then the last technique that they put on there, they also had paper beads where you could make your own bracelet with the paper beads, but Michele and I had to skip that because we didn't have all the materials. We do have the bead die and the papers, but we just didn't have the clasps and stuff. So we moved on to the homemade embellishments, and oh my gosh, there were so many cute things on there. We just didn't have time because it was already 10 o'clock at this time, or maybe it was like 9:30, and we wanted to, you know, start kind of thinking about wrapping it up. But we saw the homemade overlay video by Jessica Whitty, and we just knew right then and there that we had to do that one because it was awesome. So Michele and I both did it, and she used a different stamp set than I did. I used the Twinkle background stamp set, and she used the wrought iron background stamp set. And we pretty much copied Jessica's card, except that we did different background stamps. She used houndstooth. Like I said, I already told you which ones we used. So it's just a clear overlay. It's the clear cardstock, and we stamped on it with white StazOn. So how cool is that? I mean, that looks like something you could buy in a store. Like, it looks professional. So there's mine, and then here's Michele's. So I thought that was beautiful, and I ended up buying white StazOn from my Stampin' Up! Order just so I could do this myself. So that was everything from Stamp-a-faire that we made. But we also made this other card that was on Nichole's blog for her July release, and Michele had seen it and loved it, and I had seen it and loved it, and Michele told me she really loved this card. I said, well, hey, I have all the materials, let's make it ourselves. And so we decided to make it. This was what was on the Heart to Heart number 6 release day. So Nichole made this, and she did, it's a window. So there's a clear little window so you can kind of see what's behind it. So here's the cloud from Heart to Heart number 6. We punched out little circles. And then on the inside, it says, "Behind the clouds, behind the rain, there are 1,000 rainbows." And there's a little rainbow on the front. So we both thought that was really cool. So we decided to make that one. Now, I also have some other cards that I want to share with you. So I'm not going to make them on camera because I have a ton of them. And they're either copied or they're cased and they're changed a little bit. So I'll tell you who I copied them from. This is the first one that I did. This is from Ashley Cannon Newell. This was for her Sweet Life release, and I thought it was beautiful. So it's got the chicken wire in the background, and it's got the Sweet Life right here, which is their new rose set, which is absolutely beautiful. And when I saw this, I had to make it. So I absolutely love that one. So there's from Ashley Cannon Newell, and I made 4 of them, but I messed up on the stamping on one of the flowers, so I only have 3 complete. And then I went to Pennsylvania last weekend with Andy because he was going to race, but it rained out, so he decided to go golfing with his brother in a different part of the state. And I was left at home with his mom and his grandma, but I brought a ton of craft stuff with me because how can I go a weekend without my craft stuff, you know? So I decided to just go ahead and make some cards while I was with them, and I had a nice chat with them for the whole 9 hours he was gone. But I also made a bunch of cards too. Now this is from Dawn McVeigh, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's Dawn's. And this is also using the Heart to Heart number 6. And I changed hers up a little bit, but it's very similar to what she had done. So she cut out the clouds and the sun. She covered it with a button. And she used the Hello Sunshine for this, which was released in June. And then she had Under the Weather. I hope brighter skies come your way soon. She had those both on the outside, but I put the other saying on the inside so I'd have an inside saying. So I made 2 of those. And then this one is from Nichole Hetty's blog. and it's also using the Sweet Life, and it's using Spring Rain, Blueberry Sky, and Enchanted Evening. And I kind of, you know, just dressed around the edges like she did, and it just says thank you. It's a, you know, a nice thank you note, and I think this is pretty much copied directly from Nichole, except I thought I had brought the thank you stamp that she used, but apparently I left it at home, so I used a different one, and I think, you know, it still turned out pretty. So there you go, that's from Nichole. And then this is also from Nichole, and I've been dying to make this card. I've just been dying to make it, because as soon as I saw it on her blog for the Hello Sunshine release, I fell in love. And this was part of, I mean, this wasn't the only reason that I bought this stamp set, but it was a huge reason why I bought this stamp set. And so this is the masculine card that she made using Hello Sunshine, the star set, I don't remember the name of it, and then I don't remember the name of this one either. Say It With Style, I think. And I didn't have Say It With Style, but I absolutely loved the way the You Rock looked, so I bought it so I could make this card, and I had gotten it in, so I figured, you know, this is the perfect time to make this card. So this one's copied directly from Nichole Hedy. Directly. I didn't change anything. It's just beautiful. I showed Andy all the cards I made. This was his favorite, so it's obviously a really nice card. So thank you, Nichole, for the beautiful inspiration for that one. The next one is from Ashley Cannon Newell, and I changed mine a little bit from what she did. It is very similar, but there's some differences in it. This is the card she did for the Stamper's First Aid. So she took this one, since it was her Stamper's First Aid, and fixed it. And this is what she came out with, except hers was a love and marriage card. It used a love and marriage stamp set, so I think it's a bride and groom. I can't remember. But I thought this was a really pretty sympathy card. And I don't have a lot of sympathy cards, so I decided to turn it into a sympathy card. And I think it looks really nice like that. And then I also added some Scarlet Jewel ribbon to mine. So I love ribbon. She didn't have ribbon on hers, and I love ribbon, so I decided to add it to mine. And it's not pure poppy, which is what the cardstock base is and what this is, but I thought it was a nice, like, pop. And it matched, it like, coordinated really well. So there's that one. And that was from Ashley Cannon Newell. And then the next one was taken from Nichole Hedy's blog once again. I absolutely love her. She is awesome, and I have a lot of other cards of hers that I'd like to recreate and make my own, or even make the same ones that she has, because she's just so talented. I mean, I can't believe how talented she is. But I mean, this one is using the I forgot the name of it, but the new frame set, Fabulous Frames maybe. It was just released in July, and also the Sweet Life. So it's got the frame. This is the frame, and then this is part of the frame too, and this is from Signature Greetings 2 right here, and these are from the Sweet Life. So she used Spring Rain, Winter Wisteria stamped off once, and then Winter Wisteria stamped on full. And I changed it a little bit. I just added some ribbon down here. She didn't have any ribbon. Nichole doesn't actually use a lot of ribbon on a lot of her cards, so I don't know. There's so much ribbon from Papertrey Ink, so I don't know why she doesn't use it, but so I went and added some for myself, because I really love ribbon. So I added the Winter Wisteria ribbon. So those are the cards that I made when I was with Andy's mom and his grandma. And then when we came home, either that night or Monday night, I think, or Tuesday night, I don't know when it was, I made this card, and I don't know if I like it or not, but yeah, it's okay. This is the new French foliage, or the I don't know what the name of it is. The new tree stamp that just came out. I can't remember the name. But there's a new tree stamp. And then this is from the new Heart to Heart number 6 right here. This is from the Heart to Heart number 6. And then I used the Hello Sunshine in the background. The In the Meadow dies down here. And then this is one of the framed out, I think. Framed out number, I don't know what, or maybe it was, I don't know, I think that's one of the framed outs. But anyway, this was, you know, my own design, and I've been doing a lot of copying lately. I forgot how hard it is to make your own, so I wasn't totally happy with it, but I really like it. I like the way it came out. So I used Melon Berry and Raspberry Fizz, which was the cardstock combo color that Dominic Bay had used on that butterfly card, so I thought it would look pretty good together. So I made that one. And this one's not completely done, but it's almost done. I just want to add a button, but I didn't have the right color buttons upstairs with me when I was making it. So in all essences, it's pretty much done, but whatever. So I did that twill ribbon technique that Aaron Lincoln had showed, this time using the stars, but I used the satin ribbon this time. So I used Summer Sunrise, Harvest Gold, and Lemon Tart. And then I just stamped some of the stars around, and then I put Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, do you know how very loved you are? And like I said, I'm not done. I'm going to add a button somewhere, I think, just to give it a little something, because it's not boring, but it just needs something. So I'm going to add a button somewhere. But I just wanted to go ahead and show it with you since it's pretty much almost done. And the last one, I don't know the lady's name who made this, but I will make sure to put a link to her post in the description down below. And I'll make sure to put a link to the original post for all those cards that I made while I was in Pennsylvania from Nichole and Dawn and Ashley. But this was from somebody who had participated in the July blog hop, and I saw her card and I thought it was really pretty, so I wanted to replicate it. I changed it up a little bit because I don't have all the things that she used. She used edgers number 2, and I only have edgers number 4. So that may be something I should pick up, is a couple more of the edgers dies, but you know, everything costs money, and you gotta get what you gotta get, and I obviously want everything, so you know, you gotta pick and choose what you want. But anyway, she had impressed her background with something else, but I did mine with the Lace Impressions die, and then I also changed it. She had the Life is Sweet from the Sweet Life, but I changed it to include one from Wildflower Gardens because I had just gotten that one. So I said, hey, I'll use the new stamp set that I got. So it says, hope your birthday blossoms into lots of dreams come true. And then I added the little flourish from Sweet Life. So that's what I did for her card. That's how I changed it up a little bit. But like I said, I don't remember her name, but I will go ahead and post the link to her original post in my description. So there you have it. Those are all the cards that I made for Stamp-a-faire and that I made, that I've been working on. I haven't had a lot of time to do my own crafting, so that's why I've been making a lot of cards that other people have made and like changing them around. Because it's a lot easier to case somebody than it is to make your own, because everything's all right there. You just have to pick out the pieces that they used and stamp them. So I will hopefully making some more of my own soon. But I think right now I'm going to focus on making my sister's mini album. And I'm trying to look for a new job. I don't really want to go back to the school that I was at, and so I'm going to be spending a lot of time, you know, doing that. So I'll show you whatever I make, but I'm also going to be working on my sister's mini album, which is going to be taking a lot of time. So here are 5 videos to hold you guys over. And I've gotten a ton of new subscribers lately. I don't know where that came from, but I now have several more than I did had. I think I got, you know, maybe about 20 or so in the last, you know, week and a half. And I really appreciate you guys watching my videos and stopping by, and thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope you enjoy, and I'll be back soon with another video. Thank you for watching. Bye!
Could you whisper in my ear the things you wanna feel?